Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Hi everyone. I am Waseem Anwar from Lahore, Pakistan. We are yet again back with an exciting and informative series of interviews, starting with one of the most dynamic men in OnPassive. You all must have seen him on webinars and events, a man who possesses ample knowledge and carry a vision of bringing change in the lives of people. He is from United Kingdom. We are lucky enough to get his learning and experiences. He is none other than Mr. Andy Burks. Hello, sir. We cordially welcome you are here.
Hello, thank you. I've not been called dynamic, but before, but thank you very much.
but sir, you are dynamic for us. You are great. You are superb. You are doing good job.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sir, my first question is, first of all, we want to know about yourself. Would you like to introduce yourself? Where have you been working throughout these years? What is your expertise?
Sure. I've been in financial services since 1986. Originally in the UK, and then I moved abroad, moved to South Africa, back to the UK, and then I've done Dubai, Mexico, Holland, France, Germany, back to Dubai, Spain, Portugal, Bahrain, Saudi, a little bit in Oman, and then back to Spain again, but now thankfully back in the UK. And I'm not living out of a suitcase anymore, which is fabulous. So being a financial advisor, I like numbers. And I'm sure you've probably heard my my speeches on several webinars regarding numbers.
You're doing good. You are doing good. It's good job. It's good job. Yes, sir. Sir, we would like to know about your journey with OnPassive, including when and how did you join, how it has changed your personal and professional life.
It's a good question. Some while ago, I was looking to try and boost the number of leads that we were getting for our business for financial services. I deal with a lot of pension transfers where people have moved away from the UK, moved abroad permanently, and we help them to move their pensions into environments that where they can actually deal with them. So I was looking to try and acquire some more leads for that business. And originally what I wanted to try and do was to set up my own capture page, website, link that to Facebook advertising. But unfortunately, I'm not particularly technically minded. In fact, I haven't got a clue. So trying to put these things together, I just got confused. I bought a book. I got even more confused. So then I approached somebody that did this sort of thing, and they said, yeah, we'll do that, we'll put it together, and it was horrendous cost, and I just thought, no, I'm not paying that. And they were going to keep all the data as well, so that kind of didn't make sense to me either. But I came across one of Marty DeGamo's adverts, and it said fully automated, helps you build a website, helps you do this, helps you do that, puts the capture pages together. Perfect. So I signed up there and then left it for 4 months. Didn't really take much interest at that point. But 4 months later, I thought, perhaps I should find out what's going on. So I started watching some of Mike Ellis's videos and Marty's videos. I started joining his lives. And then the light bulb came on and I went, oh, damn, I should have been really encouraged to get this from day one. And then I understood that I no longer need my financial services business, and I don't need more leads for that. What I need to be part of OnPassive and let the business build itself, but obviously help it along the way. And I thought to myself, well, with financial services, it takes so long to get paid. You have to have completed the pension, you have to have transferred all of the cash, and then once that, then any fees then come out and pay to us. The problem is that system can take 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, So you have to have a constant book. And looking at this, I thought, well, this is, I can make money while I sleep. This is ridiculous. Why am I concentrating on financial services when I can be doing this? So I really kind of got involved at that point, and really started taking an interest. We were talking to Red and to Peter Rogers about putting a team in the UK together. I thought, oh, I really want to get into this. So, and it kind of spread from there, and my excitement has grown ever since, and it's still growing. So yeah, very, very happy to have found it. I've been looking for something like this for 40 odd years. So yeah, very pleased.
Great, great. Actually, every founder has own story of own passive journey, because people are from different fields, and that's amazing. Great, great, sir. Okay, sir. How do you see on passive now? How is it going to impact the lives of founders, customers, and business all around the world after launch?
Yeah, this is phenomenal. I don't think a lot of people really understand what difference this is going to make. I think the closest comparison you can give was Microsoft years and years ago, when they combined Microsoft Word with Excel and PowerPoint under one umbrella, if you like, and literally you've only got a few products. Now we've got access to this entire ecosystem with a single sign-on. It's going to make a massive difference to everybody. You know, you have a potential customer base today of 5 billion. There are 196 million people joined the internet last year, 500,000 people a day. And they reckon by 2030, there'll be 7 billion people on the planet using the internet. And all of these people are potential customers for what we have right now. And I mean that from the point of view of, this is just the digital products. Once OnPassive starts with the other opportunities, then the marketplace increases still further. So yeah, it's a phenomenal opportunity. And I don't really understand exactly how all of the products work, but we're on Zoom today, for instance, and I know how these things could impact my industry if I look at some of the companies that I've worked for over the years, and how this could really change their whole process, their income system, their HR management, their peer-to-peer conversations, meetings. You know, one particular company, for instance, has operations in 70 odd countries around the globe, and 3,000 or 4,000 staff or consultants, managers, regional managers, etc. And they have well over 20,000 what they call orphan clients. So clients that have been taken on where the consultants then left. Well, just think about using OConnect. You know, if you were to we hope, as a financial advisor, we hope to be able to talk to 8 to 10 people a week, new people a week. And it doesn't normally work out like that, but let's say you do manage to talk to 10 people. We know 2 people will probably say yes, and 2 people will definitely say no to what we have to offer. It's the other 6 that we've got to try and convert. Now, the difference is here is if you invite somebody to an OConnect call as a first call to introduce yourself, the company, and what we do, etc., that he becomes a client of OnPassive. So I've now got 10 customers each and every week just by using OConnect. It doesn't matter whether I sell or offer products for the clients with financial services. I have 10 new clients from OnPassive, and the possibility that they then see the vision as well and go, oh, I've got other people that would like to use this. So it's a phenomenal opportunity.
Excellent, sir. You explained very well. Sir, can you explain more? How would you get started once OnPassive launch? Who would you go to?
And that's a brilliant question, and it does make me laugh when people ask me this, because I don't know about you, but I'm not very good at recruiting. So the first thing I did was I used my LinkedIn connections. So I sent messages to every single one of those LinkedIn connections, and I've got over 5,000. I sent emails out to all of my friends, my family, every single one of my contacts on WhatsApp, on my emails, etc. So and obviously the vast majority of those, in fact 99%, said no. So my first port of call, where I'm going to go first, is back to all these people that said no. Now I've got 5,000 odd potential customers, well, nearly 6, I suppose, potential customers now when OnPassive launches. And by the way, here's a free thing. Why not have a look at this? Now, if they still don't take it, they've got to be mad. But that's my first port of call. That's the easiest and simplest way to get started with all the people that said no. What I like to try and do is to think about individuals. So when I did a presentation at the UK and Ireland event, I covered things like retirement planning and education fees funding. So in the UK, if you're trying to send your son or daughter through further education, there's a cost involved. And over the 4 years, that can be anything from 80 to £100,000 to make sure that your son or daughter could get through university. Now, that's a lot for someone to find when my first mortgage to buy a house was smaller than that, and that's a 25-year loan. So when a student starts work with this massive debt, that's ridiculous. So why not think about your surrounding area? Every single person that uses the internet is a potential customer. So the first thing you do is write a list of every person that you know. But then I split that list into different sections. So one is a section that says people with kids at school, people with kids in further education, retirees, etc. So that you've got this list of people, and then you're looking for what I would class as features and benefits. So in other words, if I'm aiming specifically at someone with children still at school, you go, how are you looking to get these guys through university, through further education? How about looking at something like this, where it won't cost you anything to set up if you don't want it to, but it could actually build you an income that could cover the cost and make sure that your son or daughter goes through university without starting work with a debt. So all of these little ideas, you can use, and as I said, if you concentrate on the type of people that you're talking to and twist what we have on offer to suit that particular person, then you've got a list of not only 1,000 odd people that you could contact, but a way in which you could offer them something that is going to mean something to them, rather than just, here we go, this is it.
Excellent, sir.
Does that make sense?
Sir, very informative answers from your side, who got many knowledge. Sir, my next question is, what planning do you need to before OnPassive launch?
Well, as I said, from my point of view, I'm a Capricorn, so we're planners. So the first thing I did was start writing a list of all of these names of people that I know, members of clubs, next door neighbours, friends, family, contacts, etc. And then I split them into various groups depending on what they do, and what they might be interested in, etc. And then, so I have a list of people that I can contact or email or send messages to, etc. So that's where I would get started. Now, I'm a great believer in thoughts become things. So the concentration for me has been, what do I need to do to move my position further forward with regard to the number of customer or potential customers coming in? So I'm personally going to take full advantage of the advertising packs if I'm able to. It's all down to finance, but bottom line is, it's a plowback situation. So any money that I make initially, I plow it back in. So in other words, it continues to grow without me doing very much other than plowing the profit or the any income or apples that come in from the positions that I hold.
Great, sir. We are learning a lot from this interview. Sir, I want to ask a personal question. Are you married?
No, I'm divorced and very happy.
Oh, great, great. So, so that's why you are very easy to give the time to OnPassive. Because
well, my job really doesn't start until 4 in the afternoon, because I deal with clients in the States and I'm in the UK, so they're 5 hours ahead. So my day is my own, and I spend most of it on passive.
That's good. That's good. Sir, next question is very important. As we all know, our CEO, Mr. Mufareh, genius, the mastermind of this project. What is your opinion about Mr. Mufareh? Everyone has own opinion, but how would you explain this?
I've in my working career, I've dealt with presidents, vice presidents, CEOs, managing directors. I've never met a man that spends as much time with us as founders than Ash. And I love what he has to say. At the end of the day, you know he means what he says. And that's probably one thing that really struck me when I first got interested and understood what was going on. The passion that he's got comes through. You know he wants to help humanity, and you just get this overwhelming feeling that is the case. And I think he's helped me change my mindset, along with thousands of other founders. You know, we all came into this business for the money. We're all here to make money at the end of the day, and we all want to make sure that our lives become comfortable, so that we have sufficient cash coming in and a retirement income of some sort or another. And that was originally the key for me to get in and understanding the business, and thought, okay, well, I can build this. This is brilliant. This is fantastic, and it gives me an opportunity to build a residual income. Unfortunately, with the vast majority of companies that I've worked for over the years, they've all let me down. So I could have potentially taken retirement at 45, not now. But for me, the mindset has changed. So it's now not about what I can do for me. It's about what we now can do for others. And I think this is the biggest impact that Ash has had on the vast majority of us. It's not what we want, it's what we can do. You know, we a lot of us in the UK have various ideas on what we would like to do with the excess, because as Ash has said, fill your tank, and once you've done that, how can you help others? So we all have an idea of what we want to be able to do, and that's the exciting bit now. It's not, okay, well, I'm going to make this amount of apples. We're not thinking that way, and that's really the influence that this man has had on the vast majority of us. He wanted to create a million Mother Teresas, and that I believe he's done, and will certainly do as time goes on. So for me, phenomenal. I'll follow this man anywhere.
Yes, of course. Mr. Ash Mufareh, if in my opinion, Mr. Ash Mufareh, first time I saw a CEO who talk about humanity, mutual benefit. You know, so when OnPassive started in $97, OnPassive was giving us digital marketing tool. Gradually things upgraded, but Mr. Ash Mufareh didn't increase the $97. Recently he announced the packages of future packages of company, and uh, you can understand the he's thinking too much about average people, how he can pay the package. So no, I think I never seen any CEO who think about others, other our founders.
No, never.
So that's thing great.
Everything has been money based. If you
Yes,
talk
yes,
to any CEO and any managing director or president, etc., they're all interested in
yes,
how much money I can make for the company.
yes,
And this man's the total opposite.
yes.
Um,
Sir, he has given the free idea of Yemen pending founders, deserving founders. So who give the free IDs? So no, I think no CEO give the free IDs. So
no, no.
yes, yes, sir. Next question is, do you want to say about on passive products, and what is your favorite product and why you like it?
Um, that's a good one. There are a couple that stand out for me. As I said, I'm not technically minded, but I do understand the power of OConnect Academy, the online learning facility, and OConnect. You know, the fact that we're using Zoom, Zoom has had security issues since it started, and it's been patching ever since. We've designed something, or OnPassive has designed something with the masterminds behind this in Hyderabad, that is encrypted, so there's no, it's the security is there for a start. Secondly, you know, it will automatically translate into a number of different languages, so you can talk to anyone around the globe in total security, and be able to communicate. Now, as I said, if I relate that to my industry, the power of that opportunity alone is phenomenal. You know, they could take on thousands and thousands and thousands of customers just simply by using this product, and every consultant would have a regular income coming in, and that, for the vast majority of consultants, struggle to wait for money. And if you're living in places like Dubai, it's not cheap. We had to pay, and this is back in 2003, I had to pay £15,000 up front for a 3-bedroom apartment. And at the end of the first year, that jumped to £24,000. So everybody could do with the extra cash, but OConnect is my favorite, with Academy linked to the two together. But I like the ONET in particular. Nobody likes, well, personally, I can't stand the alternative that we all know about. They sell the data. Every single photograph that you put on there is now owned by them, not you. So I don't put family photos on there, or I haven't done since I found that out. I do detest the way that people can have fake accounts. So you don't know who you're talking to. Yes, I have 2 accounts. I have one for friends, if you like, and one for OnPassive, because my friends are very fickle. Most people are in the UK, and very cynical. So, oh, not this OnPassive thing again. Well, they'll be laughing on the other side of their face soon. But anyway, bottom line is, you can't have a fake account. And I don't know about you, but I've been hooked into buying something on Facebook and it never turning up. So I don't like that either. Now, if you use ONET in particular, you're going to have to prove who you are, because we all have to do the know your customer details. So who you are, proof of where you live, etc. So the likelihood of people trying to trawl children, no, that's not going to happen. Have a fake account, no, that's not going to happen. And try and sell something that doesn't exist, that's not going to happen, because we know where you are, we know who you are. So this is a total correction to the corruption, and that I love. So those really are my 2 favorites, if you like. Those are the two things that I think are going to make a hell of a difference. You know, imagine for a minute if you offer an alternative to what we've got at the moment with the social media system, and you just simply spread that to all your friends and family. Look, we've got a new opportunity here. You can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this. But by the way, it's just who you are. Yeah, okay, now they become customers of OnPassive. So automatically, even though it's likely to be a free system, you're going to have people come on board, and you could have thousands come on board within a relatively short period of time. Now, OnPassive is going to send them information about what else they do, what else they offer, and what other opportunities would fit with these 1,000 that have come on to use OwnIt. So all of a sudden, you've got 1,000 customers. You know, this is simple and yet so effective. And the system and the way the system has been put together is absolute genius.
Yes. Yes.
So those are my two.
Yes, yeah, you're right. Every product is a company. So, but I have taken interviews of many founders, and majority of the founders gave the name O Connect as a favorite product. So, that's great. And sir, my next question is: we all have seen the massive marketing campaign ran in Dubai and Burj Khalifa. What do you think about the impact it has left on overall standing of OnPassive? And did you feel any kind of change in terms of people coming and asking about the company? You know.
Okay, now I've lived in Dubai, so I understand the system, and to have been able to not only purchase 2 floors in the Burj Khalifa, but to advertise up there and around, you're going to have to know somebody up high. Let's just say that. The impact that has has several connotations. First of all, to be able to do that in the first place, what's happened is the upper echelons of Dubai have been open to having a look at what OnPassive has to offer and seen the truth. Okay, because there is no way that a company like us would be able to advertise or purchase unless we were whiter than white. Okay, it is an impossibility. You know, the likes of Facebook, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, etc., they don't advertise, certainly not on the Burj Khalifa. So the impact just in Dubai, we saw, you know, several thousand new founders come in before the founder position closed, because again, those people in Dubai understand that in order to be able to do that, the company has to be whiter than white. Now, the other impact that this has had is all of these holiday makers have gone over there and videoed this OnPassive up the Burj Khalifa and taken that home with them. So we've seen an influx of founders, again, before the position closed, from those people that have been on holiday, because they're looking at this thinking, hold on a second, OnPassive, what's all this about? Let's have a look. Oh, that looks exciting. Let's have a closer look. And a lot of these people have then, you know, signed up. So I think it's just the start. It's a phenomenal difference to simply advertising in somewhere like the UK and London, for instance. Dubai is the place to go. The next has got to be someone like Singapore, but Dubai is the place to go. They're the ones that are looking to take on new technology, etc., and expand the system from there. So yeah, what a difference that's made.
Yes, excellent, sir. We all know Dubai is a big business hub. So Dubai was a good choice to start our brand, to introduce our brand. So, sir, my next question is: there are many events are coming in next coming months, and you are present in UK and Ireland even recently. And I want to know that how was the event that took place in UK and Ireland, and you have met with the different leaders, especially Mr. Redfern and Mr. Q&A, and of course other leaders and founders as well. How was your that day experience? How things have changed since that event?
Fantastic is the first word that springs to mind. There's so many guys in the UK that we speak to and see on Zoom, and everybody has an impression of what they look like based on what you see on screen. So meeting with Red and with Peter, with Comfort, Collins, Jocelyn, Georgina, Vincent, and so on. It was brilliant. It was wonderful to meet them, and it hugs all round. It's like, oh, here's an old friend, because we've been talking for so long. And you know, seeing Comfort and Funmi, for instance, was brilliant. Georgina, another one, Alicia, there were hundreds of people there, and it was really, really good fun. I have to say, I didn't realize Red was quite as tall as he is. He's taller than I am, which surprised me, because I didn't expect that based on what I could see on the webinars. But fantastic. We all had a brilliant time. It was well put together. Peter Rogers did a fantastic job organizing the event for us, and all of the speakers that we had you know, did their part. Bobby and Paddy, etc. Brilliant. It was very well choreographed. The girls did wonders for me, and Comfort as the MCs for the day. And I think it was like being part of a big family, because everybody has the same mindset, and everybody we met, you know, a smiling face. That was, for me, it was wonderful. And to have someone come up and say, can I have your photo? Can I take my picture with you? Was kind of surreal, to be fair. But yeah, no, I loved it. And we want to now do more of these. So we've put together a core team, if you like, where people are going to start to do smaller presentations in the pub or in the house or what have you. And a lot of the leaders are going to try and get to help them out. So the object of the exercise is for us to put together short presentations, and for those people within the group, if you like, that can't make the presentation, there is a video that they could play in order to do that. Now that's going to be just for the UK and Ireland. And as soon as we have further details from Ash as to what's going on, then we can really start to pump this. But we're going to have another event, hoping that event will be in December. And we really, really would love to see, you know, 3, 4, 5, even 8,000 people there. That would be phenomenal. And I can't wait. I really enjoyed it.
Great, sir. Great, sir. Sir, I would like to appreciate the event that was held in UK, as you told about details. And I loved that event. I feel that it was a very good effort from your side. I would also like to appreciate the leaders over there in that event physically. Most important thing, the leaders who encouraged and motivated the founders there. It was very good, because the founders who were attending the event there, they got inspiration and motivation directly from your side. That was amazing, sir. Sir, next question is, what is data center exactly? What is the importance of our own data center, if we have? Can you?
I think, yeah, Ash, there are a limited number of companies that offer data centers, and we all know the big names. So this is almost like a monopoly, and 80% of Amazon's revenue comes from the data centers, not from selling books or whatever it is online. It's from the data center. And the thing is, you know, speaking to some of the tech pros, they understand that Amazon just keep putting the prices up, and they can sit there and rub their hands together and go, thank you very much, but if you want to stay with us, you're going to have to increase the price. Now, it all revolves around money again. Everything is about money, and as if Jeff Bezos isn't rich enough already. The difference here is most of that technology that they use with the data centers that the big companies have at the moment is outdated. So not only is OnPassive's what's the word I'm looking at, hardware, the next level. We're using laser technology. There's going to be no downtime. It's just security is above everything else. But if you look at individual data centers that some of the other companies have, they have 1,000 people to run the data center. Well, Ash has made it very clear we need 2 or 3. So not only are we going to be able to cut the cost in comparison to the likes of the other big 3, but it means that thousands and thousands and thousands and millions of companies are going to come to us. We'll cut the cost. We've got the latest technology. There's no downtime. There's no security issues because everything is dealt with. So, and the revenue from that will generate in comparison to what's being paid at the moment, it will be amazing. Now, if you think about it, and one of the tech pros said that the cost per annum for their company to host on Amazon Web Services is 30 odd million. Now, the likelihood is that with our data center, we'd be able to cut that by 2/3 and still make a profit. And that profit is going to be passed down, or part of that profit is going to be passed back. So I see over time that our data center is going to provide far more apples eventually than customers will. So, we're on to the next data center. He's already started with the details on that, and that is going to be, again, massive. So yeah, very excited by it. I don't fully understand the technicals behind it, but I understand the sales process. Let's put it that way.
Yes, exactly. Great, sir. Sir, last question is, as we all know, foundership has been closed forever. What the next you see?
Well, obviously, ultimately, we have to close the position for the pending founders that are registered but never paid. I think it's really sad. It's the old adage, though: you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So the problem is, or the potential problem is, that all of these people have an opportunity handed to them on a plate, and they're still not even taking the time to look at it. And I think that's the saddest part. But once that's done, we're finished. The next step really is know your customer, and I know the merchants are being dealt with at the moment. You're never going to find one merchant that will cover the whole globe, so you're going to have to have 6 or 7, and they will all have the same terms and conditions, etc. So once that's done, and we have know your customer, which will take time to do. When you've got 1.5 or 1.4 odd million founders, it's going to take time to make sure that everybody gets their details in. Simple process. For some, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but there will be ways and means. And believe me, when there's money in the wallet, people will do it very, very quickly. So, but once that's dealt with, we should see this launch. As Ash has said, we're hoping that the first 9 products are done, but will be launched to the public before the end of August, and then a further 3 in September. So this for me is the crunch point. The excitement is building, and I just, like everybody else, let's get going. But everything has a reason, everything has a purpose, and the way he's doing it is the right way. So I have no problems with waiting. I'm normally a very impatient person, but I understand exactly what's happening. So I have no problem with waiting. And if it takes another 4 months, so be it. I'm not saying it will, but if that ever came to it, then I don't have a problem with it. What he's done over such a short period of time with his tech team is beyond belief.
Great, sir. Excellent, sir. Sir, in last, any message for Pakistani founders?
Get engaged.
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody has to check into their back office on a regular basis. Any information
Yes.
that you're going to need will be in that back office. Just make sure you can plug in and see as much information as you possibly can. Take it on board. This is your business, your opportunity. You can make the most of this if you decide to. If you don't, not a problem. I gave an example, or always tend to give an example, with the power of numbers. And I'm going to give you an example today. I'm going to say that the company will take a short period of time to get your first 3 customers. And then after that, it's going to take 3 months to get 3 further customers for them and 3 more for each of the customers you already got. So it'll go U plus 3 is 4, times 3 is 12, plus your 4 is 16, 16 times 3, 48, plus your 16, 64, 64 times 392, plus your 64, 256 customers. And that's if you did nothing. Now, again, this is purely an example. This is not what's going to happen. This is an example of the power of numbers. If you had shared this opportunity, and once we've got the reseller opportunity back in play, you share this with 9 others. So you've now got 10 in your group, your customer base, whatever you want to call us. We know it's not multi-level marketing. This is a customer base, commission-based business. So if you had 10 in your team in total, and using the same example, at the end of that first year, you'd have 2,560 customers in your group, not 256. Now that means your income has increased tenfold. Yeah, just simply by sharing it with 9 others. Now, I don't know about you, but I have an income goal that I would like to achieve, and I want to get there sooner rather than later. But it's entirely up to you people. If you want to get there sooner, you have to get engaged. You have to understand what's going on. And once you do and the light bulb comes on, you go, right, now I'm away.
Great, sir. Super.
Hope that helps.
Superb, sir. Sir, thank you very much. You gave me your precious time and you accepted my
welcome, no problem.
Request for interview. We will see you in next any webinar on Zoom. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thanks very much.